Has work been feeling more tiring than usual? Your mood confused and uneasy? Losing the confidence to speak up when you want to? Then it sounds like you need our newly patented dream therapy. The genius of Dr. Krueger shines again with this newest revolutionary breakthrough. Therapeutic sessions allow Krueger's new treatment to tackle the toughest cases of mental disorder. Wait a second. Yes, I only just realized that the words Krueger and dream were in the same sentence, and I suddenly suspect where this is going. In any case, welcome to Sulidan Plays Therapy with Dr. Albert Krueger. Game's on itch.io. There's a link in the description as always, and this game was requested for me to play. There's also a intro. Where'd it go? There it is. Submission to Spooktober, second annual visual novel jam by DevTalk Plus. Anyway, gonna click English. No, I want you to speak Portuguese. I don't. Nothing against the Portuguese people. They have a beautiful language. I just don't speak it. As warning is required by G2 law, most form of therapy may contain aspects certain patients may find uncomfortable, jump scares, loud noise, disturbing images. I didn't get to read the rest. I don't trust you, sir. I don't trust you. Why is it snowing? Why are there only 3 snowflakes? Why is there a static effect? Why do I expect the title screen to do something spooky if I stare at it long enough? These questions will not be answered. I don't know, but we're gonna hit play. Lee? Taylor Lee? Log, skip, auto, and prefs. I'm not clicking any of those. I don't know what they do. I know what skip does. I know what auto will do. That probably means that it'll just kind of auto scroll. And I'm going to hazard a guess that log will show me the whole conversation. And prefs is probably settings, but I'm not clicking them still. Dr. Krueger is waiting for you in room 1015. Wait a second. Ow. Oh joy, I'm a woman again. This keeps happening a lot lately. Poke. Where am I? Welcome to Krueger Health Solutions Corporation. That's a mouthful. We are the largest leading multi-specialty medical groups in G2 District, delivering more than 1 million patient visits each year. How many of the patients leave, though? I feel like I need this information. I am Dr. Albert Gerald Krueger, and I will be in charge of your dream therapy today. What? I'm not sick. What is a dream therapy? I think what is dream therapy would probably read a little bit better, but grammar aside, that sounds like such a scam. Oh, do not be afraid, my child. I'll have you know that I'm a professional. I have a PhD in marine biology. Well, great for the fish, but I ain't one, so how does that help here? Thank you. Do I look like a dolphin to you? I mean, dolphin aren't fish, but you know what I'm being. They're marine. Submarine, one might say, because they go under the water. Anyway, before we start our session, I'd like to go over your basic information. What is your name, my child? Apparently Taylor Lee, because it's not going to let me put in my own. Age? Apparently I'm 19, yay! Preferred pronouns? Really? Okay, we are, clearly multiple people. We are legion. Or we are they. What brings you here today, and what are your symptoms? I said I'm not sick. They just dropped me off here and said go in. Very well. Why don't we start with a sanity check? Not after I just played Amnesia, you ain't. Do you enjoy math, Taylor? Are we talking basic math, or like algebra math, or calculus math? Like, what flavor of math are we talking about? Because I was good at math. It was when the alphabet got involved. Then things went downhill fast. Perfect. Then let's start with some simple math. The rule is very simple. I'll show you a question, and you'll need to choose the correct answer from the 4 cards I provide you. Does that sound good? No. Whatever, though. Alright, let's get started. 5 minus 1 is 4. Wow, amazing! You can do basic elementary school math! 6. Impressive. 8 minus 3 is 5. I can't believe it! Nicely done. 1 plus 5, 6. I can't believe it! Okay, now you're just gonna keep doing this until I get something wrong. What is this? Baldi's Basics. 5 plus 9 should be 14. 8 minus 4. 4. Thank you, brain, for shorting out. 7 plus 6 should be 13. Are we just gonna keep doing this? 4. Yeah, you're gonna keep doing it till... Bang. I saw that. Was that blood? No, it wasn't. That was definitely... Well, I mean, it could have been any red liquid. I mean, it depends on whether it was fresh or dried, because blood changes colors quite distinctly, and, you know. Anyway, I'd rather not probably discuss this too deeply. No, it wasn't. Now, Taylor, time is ticking. Focus on your question. Well, you took the question away. It's 4. Très bien. Très bien. I think that means very good. Wonderful job, Taylor. You got all of them correct. You must have used... No, not really. Let me take a little short break. Let me turn up... No, it's already loud enough. That's not helping me. That's not helping me at all. I'm just going to... Thank you, keyboard, for having volume buttons. Yes, much better. I lowered your volume back for you because you raised it without my permission. I will have you know that if you try to, like, blow my ears out, I will be very unhappy with you because that type of horror is not to be had here. Loud noises are one thing, but just as a game development tip, don't randomly try to blow your player's ears out. That's not spook. Loud noise, yes. Overly obsessed, like... I've seen some games that design their sound to be super quiet to force the player to turn up their volume because the game developer then intends to take advantage of that really turned up volume to inflict pain upon the player. That is a no. No. Bad game dev. Not this game, though. Not saying this game is doing that. I'm just, you know, taking a slight moment to tangent off onto that topic. So how's it going? How are you feeling? Yeah, aside from the fact that I had to turn my volume down. Fine. I'm a little confused, but otherwise all good. Well, how's school? Pretty much the same. Well, you've established that I'm 19, and I'm in school, so I'm either a college student or I've been held back a bit. Yeah. Sweet. Are you from G2? Yeah. Been living here my whole life. What about you? You from around here as well? Yes, I was born in G2. I'm sure you were. Now, what is G2? I guess that means Game Jam 2? Spooktober something or other? I don't remember. However, I did not attend college here. I went to G4 for my post-secondary education. Yeah, I'm not really used to the whole primary, secondary, whatever. I'm used to elementary, junior high, college. Different regions use different terminology for these things. Apparently a lot of the world calls it primary education, secondary education, and then post-secondary education. Anyway, yes. That's a pretty good school. Thank you. I will slap you, sir. I have a mackerel ready and waiting. Oh, okay, the volume went down, so I can turn that back up. Alright, break's over. Let's move on to the next section of our therapy, shall we? Fine, whatever, let's get this moving. For this section, we're gonna play a game. I thought we already did that, and why is something loading? A very classic one. It is called the Shell Game. Do you mean a legitimate shell game, or the, like, cliche term that we use to define certain types of cons? Have you heard of that? No, clearly not. It's more commonly known as cups and balls, or cups and ball, or cups and a walnut. I mean, there's a lot of different versions. Basically involves a small object and then other objects that can go on top of said object. There's also a version involving playing cards. You show them a card and then you... But anyway. Yeah, I stink of that game. Why don't we give it a try? What do you think? I think that for being called Dream Therapy, we ain't been dreaming much. Well, I mean, a head just fell from the ceiling, so maybe we were asleep this entire time. I don't know. Giant cups. Yep, we're dreaming. giant red cups. One of them, I will be placing pardon me, but it seems we don't have any balls here. Let's go get one. And he's gone. Now to get the shotgun. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill him before he kills us. I stopped trusting him the moment I saw the name Krueger associated with dream therapy. Which is funny that it took me so long, because I've known about this game for days. And it only just now dawned on me. Well, what was that? Thank you for censoring that for me. That saves me so much trouble. Excuse you. Thank you for your patience, Taylor. Was that always there? Today's episode is sponsored by the letter K. Which is a very fitting letter to pick for reasons that you won't know. I appreciate it very much. What happened out there? Did you hear that? Hear what? That scream. You were killing your other patient, weren't you? What scream? It was a waste of my time. Shall we proceed with the therapy? Can we just put your head under there? Okay, nope. That is an eyeball, and you stole it from your other patient, didn't you? That is not, I mean... It depends on how far you want to strain the language of the word ball. If by ball you mean sphere, well, an eyeball is not really a sphere. I mean, the front of it kind of bulges out a bit. We just generally think of them as being a sphere, or the word eyeball. Like the colored part in your pupil and all, if you look at it from the side, kind of bulge out a little. You can, if you put your finger on top of your eyelid and run and like look left and right, you can feel the bulge. And I don't know whether the back of it, I mean, if you take the optic nerve and tissue and all, anyway, I don't want to think too much about that because that's slightly painful. But anyway, that is not a ball, that is an eyeball, which he's going to nitpick has the word ball in it. Called it. Oh, look, there's the word sphere, too. We were just discussing that. How did you know? You know that's not what I mean. Where did you get it? Oh, it was donated by a former patient. Well, when I use the word donated, I mean I plucked it from their still living head before I killed them, but, like I said, former patient. Why would you use that? It was messed up. Oh, actually, according to the contract, we're free to use it however we want. Any other inquiries? You know, the faster we finish this section, the sooner I can put it back. You said they're a former patient. You ain't putting it back. Fine, whatever. Anyway, I'll be shifting these 3 cups around, and you will tell me which one you think has the ball. Is that clear? Yeah, I know how the game works. Again, are we playing the real game or the scam version of the game, in which you take the object out from under the cup so that there is no right answer? Boink. Boink. I guess me hovering the mouse over it is kind of... I'm just showing you where my eye is at, like, no pun intended, where my vision is focused. Gah! No. No, it's right here. Oh, okay, you got me on that one. Boink. You only moved that one once. Better not be multiple endings for me getting it perfect. Sure, another break. And down goes the volume, just in case. Is that like is that a palette swap of the Powerpuff Girls phone? I think theirs was white. I think it still had a red nose, but it was white. It had eyes. Okay, Mr. Fangy. I see them pixels. Them's put there for a reason. Albert Krueger speaking. How may I help you? You've been turned into a chipmunk, I see. Well, I'm sure you're competent enough to come up with a plan to fix that. No, William. I don't care if Foamy is chasing you. You're not killing it. I prefer we come up with a better plan before resolving to that. Please excuse me. I'm with a patient at the moment. Sorry about that. You know, you could have just turned off the phone. You just unplugged the thing. Is everything okay? Sounded pretty serious. Oh, thank you for your concern, Taylor. I appreciate it very much. However, there's no need to be worried. I'll have you know that our team is extremely well trained. Not a single patient has escaped yet, in fact. I mean, sure, good to know. By the way, your last name is Krueger, right? That is correct. Just kind of curious. Does that mean you're this? Oh, because it's... Wait. Is the therapy place called Krueger's? I don't know. I am puzzled. I'm also confused. Never mind. Good catch, Taylor. Yes, I am indeed the CEO of Krueger Corporation. In fact, my father was the one who created this company. Was your father's name Fred by any chance? All I did was simply take over after his death. Is that why you came back from D4? To take over your family business? Oh yes, it is part of my destiny. I see. But man, I gotta say, I'm pretty honored to receive therapy from the CEO himself. Really? I'm gonna read that as sarcasm? Oh, you're too kind, Taylor. I'm just simply doing what I enjoy doing. And not to mention, I enjoy talking to you very much. Sure. I say that's enough time for the short break. Shall we move on to the next section? Yes. This section is a bit different. It's not a game or a test, but a way for me to get to know you better. Or as how I usually like to call it, the gateway to your heart. Excuse me? I'll be asking a series of questions. I'd like you to answer them honestly. What kind of questions? All kinds of questions. Questions that are about you. I don't trust you, sir. That is an integral part of the therapy. Abstaining is not an option. Man, I can't do that for long periods. Okay, that's fully charged. Sorry. Raspy voice does a little bit of strain on my throat. Which is probably why I shouldn't do it for extended periods. Well, that ain't fair, you know? I didn't sign up for any of... Yeah, what was that about a contract? Because I didn't sign no contract. Why do I have to tell you anything about me? Well, I guess I can modify this part a little bit. How about each time you tell me something about yourself, I'll tell you something about me in return? Well, what if I don't want to know anything about you? Why would that be tempting? But how do I know if you're lying or not? Oh, trust is extremely important between a patient and a therapist. By that logic, I could be lying as well. It is essential for the work to go as far as it needs to. Okay, fine, whatever. Excellent. However, I do have one request. You'll have to close your eyes for this section. And no matter what happens, you can't open them until I tell you so. Can I trust you on that? I do not trust this one bit. I'll have you know I have good hearing, and if I hear the slightest suspicious thing, I will claw you. Yes, perfect. My first question is, what was it like growing up in your family? Nothing extraordinary. My parents were immigrants who came to G2 to seek opportunities. I had 2 siblings, and we used to all live under the same roof with our parents, as one generally does. Sometimes it gets a little bit annoying, but as a whole, it was pretty happy as an experience. What about you? What was your family like? Oh, it was also quite ordinary. Well, I mean, technically, ordinary would be somewhat subjective. What is ordinary for one person might not seem ordinary for another. Because we don't technically have a definition for what would be, quote, ordinary. I mean, we base that based on, more of averages or what is the most normal. Based on averages, again, because normal itself would be defined by those averages. Both of my parents were well-known figures in the medical field. Yeah, I'm sure your father was very well-known in the medical field involving all of the deaths. Yes, I'm assuming that his father is Freddy Krueger. I think we're pretty clear on that by now. They were very busy people. However, what's different from you is I was the only child. Fair enough, that's fairly common. I want to say yes, but I'm not going to replay through the entire game so that I can see what every yes would do. My second question is, how connected do you feel to the people around you? Well, I'm not very popular in school. Yeah, sing into the choir there. But I do have a few good friends that I'm deeply connected to. And my family as well. We understand and respect each other very much. Now that's good. It's important to have friends and families that support you. Well, what about you? You feel connected to the people around you? I just picture by this point tentacles have started coming out of his back and he's just slowly looming over the desk. Like old knife fingers or whatnot. Slender Krueger. I don't know. My brain is weird. Of course. I feel deeply. Was that the meowing of a kitten, or were you scooching your chair around on the floor? I guess that's very professional of you. They sounded like... I'm gonna assume he was scooching his chair back and that he's now getting out of his chair. Because that seems the most reasonable. Because otherwise I have to assume that he has a drawer full of kittens in his desk. And then I would have to ask why. I mean, petting kittens is very therapeutic. Pet the kitten, pet the kitten. Or rabbits. I've seen a lot of therapists that have, like, rabbits for you to pet, because they're rabbits and they're fluffy. No, just leave it be. Next question. If you could wave a magic wand, what positive change would you make happen in your life? I ain't answering that question. That's a tough one. There's nothing I'd like to change. I'd like everything the way it is right now. Interesting response. It's always important to appreciate what you have at hand. Well, let's hear yours then. What would you change? I guess the world. The world could have less mediocre people. I like that the sound is wavering between my left and right ears. It has that nice little bit of a weird vibe to it. Excuse me? Oh, I'm just joking. I love my life and everything about it. There's nothing that needs to be changed. Nothing suspicious at all. No, nothing feels off. This is all perfectly normal. I'd open my eyes and he's just kicked back, sitting there playing a guitar at his desk. Just completely normal. The game wants me to think that there's something weird going on, but most games that I've seen where you can open your eyes, yes or no, if you click yes, there's just nothing there, and the game ends. But if you click no, it's utterly horrifying, so it's like, either way. Last question. Have you ever had the urge to murder someone in your life? Or maybe dismember them, chop them into pieces, and make them into a hamburger? It's very specific of you. I don't approve of your breathing in my ear in the slightest. One minor suggestion I would make, though. The breathing sound is in stereo. If you really want to drive the, like, breathing in the ear thing home, you've got to do it in one ear or the other, because you can't do it in both ears. I mean, I guess you could be saying that he's right in front of me, but it's creepier if it comes from one side or the other. Certain sound effects are more amplified by being in a specific ear, and you can also use that to play around with the idea of objects in distinct parts of the room. Like if you have him breathing in my left ear and a shattering sound in my right ear, that comes across different as if I hear shattering and breathing in the same ear. That's some weird noises you got going on there, buddy. Of course not. That's just messed up. Have you? I personally take a dislike to hamburgers, so no. Nice save. You, answered the least worrying part of the question, hoping that I wouldn't notice. That's not really comforting. Feeling really uneasy about you. Nah, he's fine. Thank you for your cooperation, Taylor. You are now free to reopen your eyes. Shall we take another short break? Let me make the music louder. And down goes the volume. Oh, I'm muted. can't tell what the words are saying. Do you hear that? And the music got quiet again. Sounds like a drunk man singing. A drunk man trying to sing, is a better word. My apologies for this such an unpleasant experience, Taylor. Now, if you would excuse me, I will go handle that. Why don't you watch some videos in the meantime? Okay. I'll put on some videos then. Albert? Yes? Please don't kill him. Of course I won't. Who do you think I am? I'll be back soon. I don't even have words for that. Nice cat and mouse thing.
It's something many of us deal with on a daily basis, yet something few seem to have mastery over. That's why we're working hard at Krueger, developing life-changing treatments and revolutionary dream therapy.
Now to wait for the spooky
allowing
stuff
our patients to tackle their stress in ways the world has not seen before. So what are you waiting for? In today's increasingly difficult market, what better thing to invest in than yourself?
Fair enough. Not surprising at all there. Hello again, Taylor. I hope you enjoyed the video. Click. It was a commercial. It was about as commercial could commercial. Thank you. In fact, it is a bit out of date. We consumed 10,000 souls in the process of producing it, you see. We locked them in front of typewriters until they produced something. I plan to update it soon. Okay. Did things get resolved with, that drunk guy? Yes, resolved. Peacefully, in fact. That's good. Are we ready for the next round of therapy? Yeah, sure. This section is going to be a lot more fun than the previous ones. Have you by any chance heard of the Rorschach Test, Taylor? Yes, the Inkblot Test. It's very much fun. I'm actually quite fond of messing around with it, even though its validity and, psychoanalysis has really been called into question a lot over the years. It's still fun. Basic premise behind it, at least in a simple way, is that the first thing to come to mind when you see something would tell them something of what's going on in your subconscious, because that would be the basic reflex reaction. If you see the image and see a butterfly, or if you see a pair of meat cleavers, that might say something about you. I don't know. Anyway, not going too deeply into that. The Inkblot Test, also known as the Rorschach Test. Or the Rorschach Test, also known as the Inkblot Test, since that's its technical name there. Isn't that the thing where they show you a picture and ask you what you see? Yup. You're going to use... It's going to start out with ink, and then it's suddenly going to shift to being bright red, isn't it? Let's find out. Psychological test developed in 1921 to measure underlying thought disorders and examine a person's personality characteristics and emotional functionings. So for this section, I'll be showing you a series of ink blots. And you will tell me what you see in them. Is that clear? Yeah, sure. About as clear as ink can be. Alright, here we go. Bunnies! I see bunnies. There's his ears, there's his eye, there's his little nose. There's his feet, and I don't know what I guess he's been run over. I don't know. Let's go with a crab. I mean, it's kind of shaped like a crab, I guess. Big ol' pinchers. Sure. That looks like a skull. Big ol' eyes, nose, and toofs. Lots of toofs. And yeah, the red is starting to seep in, so we're gonna go with a face. Really cool. Looks like two people facing each other with their hands doing that. And they stepped in jam. Or they have a tulip for a foot. Poison. Butterfly. We're gonna go with moth, because that's about as close to butterfly as you can get. Notice the red has vanished as well. Sword, fancy sword on a pedestal. Sword. Or it could be a weird praying mantis creature with a sword for a head. who was standing on top of a floating island. Gonna go with robot, because that's about the closest thing I can think of. That ain't an inkblot in the slightest. You pour ink on a page and you get that, you get out of wherever you at, because there's shenanigans afoot. Murder, butchery, dismemberment, regret, slaughter, corpse. Okay. That's a poison. Or it could be a moth. I guess it's a moth face. He has antennas. Moth. Yes, moth corpse. That's a burn it with fire. I'm gonna go with human. I didn't even see what the other thing was because I forgot it's gonna change when I mouse over it. I did tell you I have a mackerel, right? Did I tell you the mackerel fires shotgun shells? It doesn't, fire the pellets out of them. It just fires the entire shell. Oh, I can actually clip. Why did you flip the paper, Taylor? Is there anything wrong, Taylor? Why did you flip the paper? I didn't know I could do that. I really should have been flipping them over all this time. Lobster. Good job, Taylor. That was incredibly fascinating. I'm sure it was. Is there other stuff I should be clicking on? I booped my own nose. Well done, Taylor. Well done. I'm so proud of you. I hate to say this, but we're getting close to the end of our therapy. I just want to say I really enjoyed speaking to you. And I really appreciate that you chose Krueger Corporation. I actually didn't, but whatever. It was also a very interesting session for me. I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. Maybe you will be spending eternity here with us. May I ask, what was your favorite section of the therapy? You're too kind, Taylor. I'm so glad to hear that. Would you mind filling out this post-therapy survey for me? That would mean a lot. Sure. I ain't signing my name on nothing, though. Good enough. Good enough. No, I wouldn't. I would not recommend my friends to this place, but sure, why not? Thanks a lot, that was a big help. Before I let you go, however, can I have one last request? Depends on the request. Will you sacrifice yourself for the G2 district? Say what? We need you for building a better future. We need you to feed the people. G2 is our hometown. We need to make G2 better. What do you mean, feed the hungry people? My children, they've been starving. They will be grateful to you forever. Didn't get to see what happened there. Thank you for your contribution to the G2 district. Bad end. Ending 1 of 3. Oh dear goodness, why? I really want to click log. Oh, neat. Okay, so it has a limited amount of log. Oh, neat. Anyway. Okay, bad end. Oh, wait. I'm gonna experiment some with these buttons down here and see about trying to find the other endings. I'm sure one of them just involves me opening my eyes and getting chased off. Or getting all the answers wrong. I'm gonna do that. That sounds fun. Oh my dear goodness. Yo. And good to see that you're doing fine. As you can see, I'm very messed up. Yeah, you look like Picasso. Or a Picasso. What a waste. I didn't even finish my intestines. But it's okay. This does not need to happen to you. The thing is, Albert seems to be using dream therapy as a way to find a certain type of people. So maybe get all the questions right. Be as obedient as possible, don't question him. Maybe that way you can save yourself from getting the same fate as I do. Why don't you go ahead and find out? Because I did answer all the questions right except for one thing! That stupid cup game, which is... Okay. Okay, skip. Yes. Why do you... What? He took the skip button away. I can do it faster myself. Click, 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 click. Wait, something save right now. What? I will save for you once before each section starts, but you will only be able to load before the section finishes. Once it's beyond that point, you can no longer come back and redo the questions. You'll see the load button under the text box. Does that sound good? I like that. 6 times. Oh, now you're asking me harder questions. Okay, there we go. Now we're back to the shell game. Answer my question. Saying a little bit different stuff this time. Perfect. Here we go. This time I can load if anything goes wrong. It's the last couple ones that... Oh man, I lost track of it. Oh, that's lucky. There we go, we got all of them. That was just pure dumb luck, but I'll take it. Let's take another break, see if anything changes. There's a few conversational bits that have been different and I've accidentally skipped parts of them, so whoops. But, another problem. Speaking as if this is in the future of the previous one. No, William, do not eat the baby. I'd prefer we come up with a better plan before resorting to that. Please excuse me, I'm with a patient at the moment. Oh, sorry about that. That sounded serious. No need to be worried, team is well trained. So I can... In theory, I could open my eyes and then load. But in this case, I'm not going to try that because, you know, it did say to... I just don't want to risk it since this is the whole get everything right part. Oh, let's see if it's a different commercial. Oh, it is going to be a different commercial this time. It's all distorted. Hello, face. Customizable. Yeah, we already showed that. Hey, look, a clown. Hello again, Taylor. Let's see, enjoy the video. Wait, what was that video? Oh, it was a commercial of our company. Oh, it wasn't? Something way more messed up than that. My apologies, I might have put on the wrong video. Anyway, are we ready for the next round? It's gonna be a lot more fun. Yep, Rorschach Test. Oh, they're gonna be more messed up this time, aren't they? Nope, it's just a face. That's a skull. That is a skull. That's a skull. I'm gonna call it a rug. That's a crab. Oh, you're not even giving me the sign. Oh, yeah, rabbit. There's a robot. I'm just getting kind of. Oh, that's a new one. Those look like stomachs. Those are stomachs and them's hearts. How many is people? I don't know. I'm kind of lost. Seems to be somebody wearing a bow tie. More people. Is there a certain one I need to flip over? Like, I don't want to flip them over this time because that's, you know, psycho. I don't want to mess it up. Regret. Regret is a very good choice for that. Bloodshed. Suffering. Well done. Well done. I'm so proud of you. Let's see. End of our therapy. Really enjoyed. Fill out the post-survey therapy. Yes, yes, yes. I'm assuming that all counts as the right answers. Can I have one last request? Let's see if it's a repeat. Will you become a dream eater? What? And what is a dream eater? Oh, they are my servants. Very, very loyal servants, in fact. They all used to be good kids, just like you. Congratulations, Taylor. You should feel proud. But I don't want to. Oh, it is only because of the dream therapy that I get to know wonderful people like you. We need you to build a better future for G2. We need you to join the army. Ooh, that face down there didn't look happy. Thank you for your contribution. The true bad ending. I'm gonna assume the third one is just get everything wrong and be so completely disobedient, and which is what we're about to do. Assuming it doesn't pop up and tell me how to get the other one, because it told me how to get this one. I greatly appreciate the load option being put in the second run. I'm fine with it not being there in the first run, but the second run it really helped, especially for, like, you know, I wouldn't want to keep having to restart to do the cup game otherwise. So having the load button, big help. Even though I didn't end up using it, I'm glad that it existed. It would have been very helpful had I needed it. Which, if not for dumb luck, I would have needed. Let's see. She's gonna pop up again like last time. Well, don't you just look horrifying, and you're missing an arm. One arm, one leg, no arm. And we broke the loading screen. Let's play it again. I'm gonna get everything wrong. Gonna get everything wrong. I'm gonna get them all wrong. I close my eyes into something, into the magic night. I softly say a silent prayer like dreamers do, then fall asleep to dreams. My dreams of you, and dreams I walk with you, and dreams I talk with you, and dreams you're mine all the time. What is this? It's changing again. Boink, 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 boink. This does nothing. Why does this guy look familiar? Where am I? Oh, welcome. Let's see, where's the same thing. I'm just gonna skip to anything new, of course. You'll be surprised to find that humans are no different from dolphins. Yeah, they are. We don't have a hole in our back. I mean, I guess it's the top of their head more than it is their back, but you know what I mean. Door session, let's go over basic information. We've already done this. Gonna get all the math wrong. Gonna make Baldy so mad. 6. 8. 1! 7 minus 2 is 4. 6 minus 5 is 9. Interesting choice. He's given up on me completely by this point. 9 minus 3 is 7. Yeah, I've got to make... You actually have to know the right answer to make sure you're not getting the wrong one. I meant that you are getting the wrong one. 9 minus 2 is 9. I want that one. 5 plus 9 is 7. This isn't your strong suit, is it? No! Must use a lot of brain. Yeah, and I clearly don't have many of them. That one. I know it's not getting them all wrong, remember? Nope. 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 I lost track of it. Oh, good. I saw those two switch, so it... No! Load! Back! 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 You will not have me this one. I will. I must get them all wrong. Oh, come on! No! Oh, good. There we go. I see that I was a bit too difficult for you, but no need to worry, it's not a big deal. Perfect. We got all of them wrong, too. Now we get the phone call. Don't William, do not put the baby in the washing machine. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm starting to wonder if some of the text is just, like, picked at random, like each run would be different a little bit, or is it reacting to the fact that it's the first, second, third playthrough? Okay, let's see what happens when we open our eyes every single time. Excuse me, yes. Hi. Why did you open your eyes, Taylor? Let's find out what that sound is. I'm on to you, buddy. Is there something wrong, Taylor? Yes. Excuse me, sir. Taylor, I would kindly ask you to refrain from using such words. No, but what was that? I unfortunately have no clue what you're referring to. It seems to me that you could be overstressed and thus have had some form of hallucination. Do me a favor, will you, Taylor? Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Now we get to open our eyes again. Open them. There was some little text as the head flew forward and I didn't get to see what it was. Oh, my apologies, Taylor. I was getting too excited to hear your answers that I came a bit too close. I wouldn't call that just a bit too close, but whatever. Shall we take another short break? Make the music louder, down goes the volume, just in case. Oh, it's just him again. Okay, that's where the music drops back to regular levels. I didn't notice that. Because it seems like he gets louder, but it's the music got quiet. Come on, come on, come on. Click, 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 click. I'll accept this. I want this commercial. I love this commercial. Like, this commercial has my full approval because dancing skeletons. Skeletons need to dance more often. Hello again, Taylor. I hope you enjoyed the video. What was that video even about? Dancing skeletons. Did you not enjoy it? Oh, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, I guess it was cute. Did things get resolved with Yep. Okay. Now we get to the Rorschach Test. Never quite been sure whether you pronounce it Rorschach or Rorschach. Or Rorschach. I'm gonna call it Rorschach. Anyway. Okay, click it. Must flip them all over. I'm sure one of them has to have something on the back of it that's weird, and there isn't necessarily a right or wrong answer. In theory. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I think he just has a set series of responses to you doing that, and doing that won't lead to anything. But one of them's gotta have something on the back of it. There wouldn't be a reason that I could flip it over otherwise. Because it would just make sense from the gameplay stance that there would be one of them's gonna have something on it. Ah! Cool drawing you got there. Didn't know you were an artist as well. Who is that? Why did you do that, Taylor? That wasn't very nice. What? Do what? I'm quite confident that you know exactly what I'm referring to. Why did the background music suddenly change? Oh, it's log, auto, load, and prefs. Huh. Did it crash? Oh no, now I gotta do it all over again. Did it crash because I got all the answers wrong, or did it crash because of me flipping over all the pages? What? Oh, hang on. There we go. What just happened? Never mind, the game remembered. Clever. I apologize for my sudden outbursts, Taylor. That was very rude of me. Don't worry about it. As an apology, I will answer your question. That was a classmate of mine from college. Okay, were you friends? Is that why you were drawing him? You guys look kind of similar as well. In fact, it is quite the opposite. We were arch enemies. Arch enemies? Why is that? Oh, no specific reason. Probably because we looked similar and we were both very competent people. Competent or competitive? So people love to compare us to each other. I was the best student in the class. He was the second. He always tried very hard to beat me in school, but he never succeeded. Did you like him? I guess you could say I admired and despised him at the same time. He had a lot of potential to be better than me, yet I witnessed him let them go to waste. You enjoyed feeling superior to him, didn't you? I wouldn't put it that way. Then let me put it this way. You enjoyed the fact that he always saw you as his goal, and you felt amazing because of that. You miss him, don't you? And all your friends from G4. That is absurd, Taylor. Why else would you draw him? I know artists only draw things they like. Not always true. I've known artists that draw things they don't like because they really need money. Oh, the ever-teetering seesaw of I need the money versus I want to draw what I want. I mean, not me, but like for artists. I cannot art. It must be hard going to a foreign district by yourself to pursue education. What's even harder is you have to say goodbye to all your friends after graduation. Why don't you give them a call sometime? I'll think about it. The therapist has become the patient. Sorry to say this, but it looks like I have to end our therapy session early, Taylor. Oh, that's fine. I just want to say, I really enjoyed speaking to you. It's been a while since I met someone like you, Taylor. Someone like me? Yes, rebellious, full of energy. No fear in your heart. And most importantly, you try very hard to give me a hard time. I guess I'm flattered. I hope we can become friends. Maybe we can write letters to each other. People don't write letters anymore. I mean, actually they do. Doesn't... Anyway. That's a shame. I guess I'll just figure out some other way. Before I let you go, can I have one last request? Sure. Would you mind filling out this post-therapy? Oh, forget about it. Goodbye, Taylor. I hope we can stay in touch. I really was going to feel bad about clicking all frowny faces, but why is there a desktop computer? This is my computer. Was that just a dream? What is this text file on my desktop? Oh, don't even make me go on. The good, true ending. Hang on, let me check my text file. No, don't. You know what? Fine. Any weird text files on my desktop? There is not. Nope. There is no weird text files on my desktop. It'd make me sad. Thank you for playing this game. Now we wait and see if anything weird pops up afterwards, because presumably I'm about to get a jump scare. Hello? Oh, it's been a while, Vincent. Dear Taylor, how are you doing? I called my arch enemy today. He seems to be doing fine. Would you like to meet up sometime? I have a cool therapy idea to show you. All the best, Dr. Krueger. Aww. And you can't play it again, that's neat. I guess at that point you would have to reset and start over. I gotta be honest, this is a fascinating little game. I'm not usually like visual novel style games. It depends on the style. I do like the ones that play with the, you know, the slight horror aspects and all. I just don't generally play them as much. One reason is because, like, over time I've generally... I have gotten better at it in more recent time, but I used to try to avoid games that were heavy in dialogue that I had to voice because I'm kind of shy and awkward about it. And, well, that's changed little by little over time. But in any case, this is a very interesting game. I like it. It's also interesting that it never goes out of its way to confirm or deny my suspicions about the name Krueger. My suspicion is still that Freddy Krueger was his father, and that he is likewise a dream demon. But he has taken a different direction with the thing. I'm actually not very familiar with the Freddy Krueger movies. I've never really watched them. I just know about it because of pop culture references and whatnot. But in any case, it's a very fascinating game. Really love it. It is on itch.io. It is made by Dino999Z. Very interesting name you have there. There's a link in the description, as per always. Really like the game. I highly recommend it if you would like to play it for yourself. It is a fascinating concept, and I like the way that the game naturally leads you into finding each of the different pathways and endings without it being really obscure or obtuse things. Now, if there are any hidden endings that I haven't found, I don't know. I'm fine with that being a thing, but I like that at least the 3 main endings were intuitive. You know, get everything wrong, be as defiant as possible, be as obedient as possible, and just the average person getting some right and some wrong. But yeah, thank you for recommending me this game. You know who you are if you see this. And I'm going to go ahead and pause here because there doesn't seem to be much left else for me to do. I wonder if you left a text file on her desktop that was a response to him, if he would get the response. Like, how does the logistics here work? But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next game.